Namaste. Good evening, all. Welcome you all to your 16th day of 41-day meditation section. Today's our master is Sridevi Shankar garu from Wisconsin, USA. Sridevi garu is a nutrition educator at the University of Wisconsin. Sridevi garu teaches in schools, after school clubs, and community centers to youth about making healthy choices. Sridevi garu is passionate about working with kids, which makes her enjoy her profession very much. Sridevi garu has been practicing meditation for 20 years. It has been an amazing journey since then, with the transformation in personal and professional life. Sridevi garu volunteered with the Meditation Magic YouTube channel of Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation and Chandrasekhara Mahaswamy Pyramid Meditation Center. Welcome to you, Master Sridevi Shankar garu. Over to you, madam.
Thank you, Madhavi garu, for the wonderful introduction. Thank you so much for having me today, including me in this 41-day journey. And congratulations to each and every one of you for taking up this challenge. 41 days, I always enjoyed those 40 days journey. So thank you for including me as well. So shall we get started with the meditation first, right? So we will do a guided meditation first, and then I will be telling some affirmations during the guided meditation. And then after the meditation, we will talk about be the best version of yourself. So the affirmations will be revolving around about ourselves. So, and it will be coming only in between. I'll play the music, and in between I will be saying the affirmations. So I'm sure since you're all on the 16th day, you know how to meditate and the posture and everything. So just I want to reiterate on, especially like it's sitting, like the way we sit during Anapanasati meditation. So when we want to know the greater self of us, we want to make sure we go beyond our body, mind, and intellect, right? So the way when we clasp our hands or when we cross our legs, we close our eyes, we make sure we are stilling our body. We are creating like a lock posture. That is called a lock posture because we get abundant energy during meditation and we don't want any leakages of energy, right? So that's why we are having this energy circuit that we are forming. So that's the importance of the posture. So I'm going to share my music. Just a second. Can you hear the music?
Yeah. Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Okay, thank you. Sit comfortably. Clasp your hands, fingers into fingers. Cross your legs. And then close your eyes. Observe your normal, natural breath. Witness the flow of your breath. Just follow your breath. Whenever thoughts arise, do not give any attention to your thoughts. Immediately return to witness your normal, natural breath. With every breath, you open your heart furthermore. I am in the process of positive change. I open new doors to my life. I deserve the best, and I accept the best now. I create peacefulness in my mind, and my body reflects this peacefulness as perfect health. I am open and receptive to the abundance in the universe. I turn every experience into an opportunity. I experience love wherever I go. I accept my uniqueness. I release all my fears and doubts. I replace my fear and anxiety with inner ease. trust the process of life, and my life works beautifully. I live in limitless love, light, and joy. myself and create peace in my mind and heart. All is well in my world. I see within myself a magnificent being, wise and beautiful. I love what I see in me. I see opportunities for abundance everywhere. I am always divinely guided, and my true power lies within me. It's time to express gratitude to our parents, family, friends, and each and every person we encounter in our life. Let's express gratitude to every single experience we have in our lives. Let's express gratitude to the nature, let's express gratitude to all the masters in this session for adding their wonderful energies. Express gratitude ourselves for how unique we are. Let's come back to our body. And whenever you are ready, you can put your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And open your eyes with a beautiful smile.
Thank you so much, Sridevi garu. It was a very relaxing meditation.
Thank you, Madhavi. It was very energizing. I think you have a wonderful group energies.
Yes, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, Harika garu. So, Madhavi madam, shall we get started with the wisdom session or do we want to wait?
Yes, madam. Share your wisdom, sharing first. Then we have a question on the answer section later.
Okay, sure.
Thank you, madam.
Friends, thank you for the wonderful meditation again. It was very relaxing. After the end of the day, like my work day just ended before the session. So it was very relaxing and calming for me. Thank you, Jaspir Rani. Thank you so much. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So today the topic is be the best version of yourself. And I'm going to like share my screen with some slides. A lot of times we nowadays in present generation, everything is up to date, right? We have to upgrade our phones. Like, you know, iPhone 10 comes, then comes 11. Like it is never ending. Like day to day, like everything changes so fast. And with new technology and housing, like, you know, you upgrade everything, your phone, your house, but we have to pause for a second and think like, are we upgrading ourselves? Are we being the best version of ourselves compared from yesterday to today? Am I like evolving? Am I like how am I progressing? So especially this presentation, I got inspired by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Some of you might know him. He's the author of You Are the Placebo book, from his teachings. So when you wake up in the morning, when we wake up in the morning, the first thing we can ask ourselves is like, what is the best ideal of myself today? What is the best way that I can express myself? When we ask that question, we can think about like, you know, what are the things we are doing every day on a routine basis? We don't break our routine. I know having a routine is always very important, especially when you have family, kids. But at the same time, if you need to break that routine, do things something differently, because whenever we are doing the same things, our mind gets programmed, right? So let's say if you're going to work and you take the same route and you start from home, like, you know, I start driving from my home to work. So before I realize I'm at my workplace, and I take every single turn because my brain has been programmed in such a way. But we want our lives to be changed. What are some things that we can do to change ourselves? Like doing some things differently. Like how are we expressing ourselves throughout the day? If there are some people, like, you know, there are some emotional triggers we get, like seeing some people or some situation. How are we handling that? So that's the first question. If we ask ourselves early in the morning, then that would give us an opportunity to learn more and discover ourselves more. The next one is, this is like, you know, be the best version of yourself. We are here to express ourselves in the best way we can, right? And when you guys came for this 41-day meditation challenge, I'm sure you all are like in this process, like, right, we are all in the process of being the best of ourselves, not to prove to anybody, just to prove ourselves. Because this world is like very competitive, right? Like, you know, comparing with other people, but we need to have that competition with our own selves. Like, you know, Are we better than yesterday to today? Like, how am I improving? What am I doing for that? So before we dig into like what can we do to be the best version, like what are the reasons why we chose this life? Why are we in this world? We have this human form and we are all here for a greater purpose, right? So to experience as many different things as possible, like you can, like, it can be positive experience, it can be a negative experience. The positive experience of course gives us happiness, but the negative experience, I'm sure it teaches us a lesson, right? When we are open-minded and we accept that situation, and that's where we learn something new, right? A negative experience comes, or like something unexpected comes, and here we are here to create and contribute. Like, how can we contribute to the welfare of another person or welfare of myself? How can we contribute to the community? What can we create together to make this place a better place for all of us to live? How can we share? And also leaving a positive legacy. Even till today, we know nobody forgets Mahatma Gandhi, nobody forgets Martin Luther King or Mother Teresa, right? They've left a positive legacy. They left something very, very powerful for every single person today know them, even though that we haven't seen them. So the same thing, like, how can we, the other person is like, how can we evolve ourselves? How can we improvise ourselves? How can we upgrade? So what are some things we can do? Of course, meditation is the top in the priority, because meditation helps us to give a clarity mindset. I mean, we all have heard it improves our physical, emotional health, and our mental health, everything. But meditation, especially Anapanasati meditation, I have to be grateful. Dr. G.K. sir introduced this to my family when we are like in a very difficult situation. My only brother passed away, and that's when we got introduced to this meditation. That brought a huge shift in my family, like, how we looked at things. Slowly, it made us come out of that and also like accept things as they are. So especially Anapanasati meditation, we observe the breath, right? That moment to moment awareness of breath. So when we are staying with it, it is something that is already in our body. Like we can take it wherever we go. We don't have to have like a separate thing for it. So it's a hassle-free and hand-free technique that we can use it at any time. And sometimes if you notice, like, emotions, like breathing is the carrier of our emotions. Let's say if we are angry, we breathe very fast, right? If we are jealous or like having some kind of like a negative emotion, our breathing gets irregular. At the same time, if we have love, we have joy, or like we have compassion, our breathing is like more slow and effective. So it's a great feedback tool for our emotions. Like, meditation, especially when we are observing our breath, not only during meditation, when you're not doing anything, when you're in the kitchen or like at office, like, you're doing some things, just if you're anxious or nervous about something, just observe your breath, and it just makes you calm down. It helps you so much, like even during the daytime. So meditation obviously is like, it's like a tool test for our like emotions. Like it is a very good feedback tool for our emotions. So definitely it gives us the clarity of mindset, meditation. So that should be our top priority, and setting some time for it. Sometimes we say like, we do not have enough time. Of course, like, we all like, nowadays it's all multitasking, doing so many different things. But definitely, we shouldn't be too busy to get gas or petrol in our car, right? If that's the case, we know what happens. Like if we drive too much, the same thing, we need to charge our bodies by meditating. Regular practice of meditation helps. And the next one is letting go of our limiting beliefs. I really like the quote of Richard Bach, like, don't believe what your eyes are telling you. All they show is limitation. Look with your understanding what you already know, and you will see the way to fly. So when we start to identify our limiting beliefs, if someone thinks like, I'm not being loved so much, or I do not have enough money. So those kind of things are all like limiting beliefs. We need to go beyond that. So we need to recognize what is stopping us from going like getting our power within. So we need to make sure we recognize them and step out of our comfort zone. That is very important. Like sometimes some things we do not like to do, but when we start stepping out of our comfort zone, The first time it's difficult, the second time it gets better. So it's so on, so on. It improves a lot, right? So that's the second one. And amplifying our strengths. We all have unique strengths and talents. Some people can sing well, some people can dance well, some people can do art well. So there are so many things that we all have unique. We need to like focus on those rather than we always try to think about like, oh, I'm not good at this. How about I'm good at this? Like, let me focus on this and then I'll like work on it. I'm not going to like let it go. I'm going to work on it. So we need to focus on our strengths and then amplify them. Because when you are in a work environment, I'm sure like we all bring our unique set of talents to the table. And when we're working as a team, or even in a family, like, you know, like father, mother, children, or like mother-in-law, mother, we all have our own things that we bring together, and that's the family. So we have to identify our strengths and amplify them. And the next one is developing a growth mindset. This is a simple thing, but you know, sometimes it's hard for us to like implement it. And I would think of the story that all of us know, the hare and tortoise. Tortoise and hare, when they wanted to race against each other, the tortoise like has that growth mindset. It does not believe that it is slow. It says like, okay, let me put myself forward and do it. Whereas the hare has a fixed mindset. It thinks like, no matter whether I sleep, I'm going to win it. But what happens, the end we all know, the tortoise wins because it believed in itself. It did not give up. So that's, I feel like that's a perfect example for growth and fixed mindset. So we need to start thinking about what can we do differently? Or like if somebody wants to run a marathon, we cannot practice marathon like in overnight, right? So just like doing practice like every single day, like even single step matters. So that is one thing, like, you know, developing a growth mindset, not thinking like, oh, I'm too old for this or I'm too young for this. Age is just a number. We should, that goes beyond that. And living up to our own expectations. Our society is built in such a way, like, you know, okay, my dad wants me to be a doctor or an engineer, like, or the society only honors this kind of person, like, or people. We have to live up to our own expectations, not to somebody else's. Like, we need to have our vision of how we want to be. And that's when we have to realize like, okay, this is how I want to be. And this is how I'm going to live up to it. No matter what other person thinks about it, this is how I want to do it. Because after all, we are all here to experience our life, right? In the way we want. So just living up to our own expectations and compassionate for yourself. I know I've learned this in a hard way. I sometimes like was very hard on myself. Like, you know, I try to analyze like, you know, oh, I'm not good at this, but having compassionate feeling like, okay, you are fine. You have this strength, like, you know, just having that compassionate feeling and talking to yourself, having that self-positive talk just helps you so much. So being compassionate for our own self. And are we okay on the time? Like, is one more slide is there? Is that okay, Madhavi Garu?
Oh, okay, madam. Okay, madam. Go on, please. And
creating empowering rituals. Here we say, like, you know, we talked about meditation, visualization, like, you know, dream big about what you want, visualize, like, what is wrong in like visualizing what we want, right? Reading like books gives us like so much of knowledge. And affirmations do wonders. Like, that's why I want to do this affirmation meditation, because it just helps you like boost up your positive spirit so much. So affirmations, and I have this deck of affirmation cards that came to me as a surprise present, but these are like Louis A affirmations, and you can make up your own affirmations too. And having those done every single day, like setting some time for these, help us like, you know, slowly but surely evolve. And gratitude. We all know that gratitude is so powerful. When you're feeling grateful for something, that means you're acknowledging that you already have it in your life. So you can either do a gratitude journal or write 5 or 6 things that you are grateful for in that day. And I have a gratitude jar in my house, like we have it on the countertop in the kitchen. So we started off with a big bang. Of course, like things slide down. So sometimes now we forget. but the jar is there so that my kids realize that, they can think about things that they are grateful for. Like all of us, even myself, like, so we have the gratitude jar. So practice gratitude. Let's try to focus on things that we can be grateful for in our life instead of complaining of what we do not. And be unique. You are only you, right? We are only ourselves. Just, it's like only one Sridevi, one Madhavi, one Padma. So we all have to think that there's only one person, like we are unique. So let's be ourselves and let's be the best version of ourselves. So I'm going to stop share. So thank you everybody for this opportunity. I have to quickly rush through because I was looking at the time and I know it is night for you guys. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Sridevi Madam. It was very wonderful wisdom sharing. Really, we see the outside or change everything, but we never see our inner growth. Really, this was very eye-opening to everyone. Thank you, friends. If you have any questions, please ask yourself, or you can chat in the chat box. You can unmute yourself and you ask the questions to Sridevi Madam. Everyone is saying thank you, Sridevi Garu.
Thank you, everybody.
Hello, madam.
Someone is saying loud today's guided meditation and the affirmations did really help. Thank you so much, Sridevi Garu.
Oh, I'm glad it helped. Yes, the affirmations do wonders.
Hello, Master.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Hello, Master. It was a wonderful, wonderful meditation, and also the presentation which you have given, and also the knowledge sharing. It's very beautiful, actually, very beautifully put together. And one more thing I would like to know, that you work with children, as you mentioned, right? Could you please let us know on what do you do with the children and what do you teach? Because I also take up children's meditation sessions whenever I get some time. So I would like to know more about that. Thank you.
Sure. When Madhavi Garu introduced me, so by profession, I'm a nutrition educator with the university. So my program is a federally funded program here. We go to different elementary schools and teach about healthy eating. Like I don't teach meditation to the kids in school. So by job, I teach nutrition to the kids. Like, we teach about fruits and vegetables, grains, eating healthy foods is what I teach. I hope I answered your question. So
yeah,
I don't
sure.
to the kids, but I teach nutrition to the kids.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful, madam. Thank you.
So Madhavi madam, Padma madam asked about the pyramids. Do you want me to show the pyramids?
Yes, madam. Please, if you have, please can you show?
I do.
Yeah, thank you.
So this is like a hat pyramid that I have. Can you see me?
Yes, madam, we can see.
So this is a pyramid that I have. Like, you can do like this, put it on your head. This is the one usually I put on my fruit bowl. Like, in the kitchen, I use it for the fruit bowl. And this is another one, copper pyramid. So meditation itself is powerful, right? But doing under the pyramid is like 3 times more powerful because of the sacred geometry it has. The angle of the pyramid it draws more cosmic energy. So if you can experiment it too. Like for me, I use it even on my foods. Like, if I'm like soaking some nuts for my kids, I put a pyramid on top of it, or for fruit bowl, as I told you. I do use pyramids like for healing or like, energizing the food. So you can experiment it. I've been using it for a long time now, and it's been an amazing thing. So if those of you would like to do that, like, it really helps with meditation and also like for foods as well.
Madam, one question. Where can I, where can I get a pyramid master? Actually, if you chart if you are in the group, just let us know. So which area you are in, we can provide the pyramid caps. Is it that okay? And one more is Hema Manjunath Gar is saying, loved the peaceful music and meditation, very motivating, beautiful presentation. Many thanks, Master Sridevi ji.
Thank you, Hemaji. Thank you.
Okay, you can send it in the personal, madam. That's fine. Friends, please come up with your questions. Any question is fine, not good or bad, nothing like that. So if you ask the questions, if you have any doubts, please ask. Open up yourself.
Good evening, Sridevi ma'am. I'm Geeta. Actually, your affirmation meditation was wonderful, and the wisdom sharing also was very informative, ma'am. Thank you so much. Ma'am, I have a question. Just now you were explaining about the nutritions, right? For kids, you are teaching the nutrition foods like that. Could you please explain for us also, is there anything we can learn from you and we can teach our kids? Thank you, ma'am. Thanks.
Sure. I will be brief on that. Yeah, usually since I'm based off in US, right? So we go, as I told you, my program is a government program. So we teach the My Plate, which talks about the 5 food groups like grains, fruits, vegetables, dairy, and protein. And here in the foreign countries, you know how much of meat consumption is there. But as a employee, I cannot say like, don't eat that. But what I say or like teach in my classes is, we are vegetarians. My family don't eat any kind of meat. So these are the things that we substitute for meat. Like we use a lot of tofu, like for protein for kids, because there is like a myth saying like, oh, kids need protein. They need to eat meat, but helping them learn about other vegetarian choices as well. So we focus mainly on eating more fruits and vegetables, like especially like for kids, at least having like 3 servings of vegetable, 2 servings of fruits, and eating whole grain foods. That's mainly our topics of interest that we focus on. I hope I answered your question, Geeta.
Okay, thank you so much.
Madam, one more question. What is end goal of meditation?
What is the end goal of meditation? So I would ask the person who asked the question, what do you think? What is the end goal? Why are we here? So if you are hesitant to answer, I'm going to say like, we are here to be happy, right? We enjoy our life. So whenever we want to be happy at all times, not only the time when we have certain things or when situations come only our way, right? So the end goal of meditation, I would say in my personal perspective, is being open and receptive to whatever is coming our way. I think meditation, does not have other people change. It only helps us change within. You become more receptive, you become more resilient. So that is what meditation is. The end goal is being happy. That's what my answer would be. We are all here to enjoy our lives and be happy. So that is the end goal.
Can I ask a question? Thank you so much. I've really enjoyed your presentation, and I think you've come up really, really nicely today. It's not that I haven't enjoyed this, but I have really gone more deeply into it. How do you know that you have achieved that meditation? How do you assess that? And, could you also share your PowerPoint as well, please, with us?
Oh, share my PowerPoint? Yeah, I would be happy to do that. I'll share with like Padma madam or somebody yeah.
Yes, yeah. Madam, are you in the Jasbir Rani? Are you in the group?
Yes.
41 days? Yes, we can share. We can share in that group, madam.
Okay.
Okay.
And coming back to the question, how do you know that you have achieved your goal by, I've only just joined recently, and I just want to know, how do you know that you've achieved your goal by meditation? And also, if I have another question too, And also, if you have craving because you're just trying to become a vegetarian, and also if you're trying to crave your other food, how do you overcome that?
Okay, so I'll address your second question, and I hope I won't hurt anybody's feelings by saying this. My family, like, we were also meat eating before, like before we started in meditation, right? And after 1 year, I read a book, and then I changed into vegetarian. And after coming to US, I was in a joint family, like everybody eats meat, and like, it was hard, like my 3 kids when they were born, I had to like shift them to slowly to vegetarian, but it can't be done forcibly. When you said craving, of course, like, you are used to a certain taste. I read this book, which one I don't remember. I think it's Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, or by Robin Sharma. In that, there is a line that like just shook me. It said, "I don't want my stomach to be a burial ground for dead animals." When I read that sentence, I hope I'm not hurting anybody's feeling. That just shook me. Like I said, I'm not even going to, because in the joint family, like other family members were eating. Here, Thanksgiving is a huge tradition in the US.
Yes,
so,
I know.
3 boys compared to other cousins, when everybody is eating, it's hard for me to like redirect them. But I cannot do forcibly, because they can do it with me. But when they go out and eat something, I don't have it under control, right? So it has to come. So just explaining to them, like, when I said being compassionate to ourselves, like in the slides, compassionate to other living beings, because they have their soul purpose, they have their soul journey, right? So we are interfering. I would also say it as a non-interference thing. Like, when we are using something for our own personal craving, we are interfering with this living being's soul journey, right? So those 2 things, just like, are my core values for being a vegetarian and having, and some people also say, like, oh, I try so hard, but my husband wouldn't let me do it, or they eat it, it's so hard for me. When we start believing in what we are doing, things automatically shape up. They automatically line up for us. And I would say, like, these are all would be excuses, but we would like slowly coming out of it, and we would, so when especially for craving, you can like substitute with a vegetarian option for surely. Try it for 40 days to see, like, following a vegetarian diet and how you feel with your body. You feel very light, you feel very happy. Experiment it. Anything with experiment, I think we should, because we are all have our own journey, right? So experiment, like seeing like for 40 days without and then without meat or anything, and see how you feel. And the changes happen so subtle that you don't even notice. You don't even have that craving anymore. That is like my husband, I did not tell him to like stop eating meat. He just did it by himself, because you can tell the kids, but you cannot tell an adult like, hey, stop eating meat or anything like that. So he just did it by himself. Like, I did not even say a single word. And it happened very subtle way that we didn't even notice that it happened. So I would say experiment yourself with for 40 days, see how you're feeling. And then you will like tell us the next time we meet. You say like, hey, it worked for me.
Okay. Thank you. And also because being allergic to certain food like wheat and all that, so it gets really tough sometimes. And dairy product is also.
Yeah. Now they have a lot of vegan options, right? But I know what you're saying, especially in foreign countries, everything has gluten, like, especially the processed food, vegetarian options are highly processed. So you can think about, there are so many vegan options without wheat also, like, rice-based. Rice does not have into it. So think about those kind of things. Like if you're making a veggie patty or anything, you can make it with brown rice.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you for the question.
Someone is asking, there is a video link showing how to make a pyramid from the paper. Yeah, we will share that link in the group, Vimal Harish Garu. And other question is, madam, it was a beautiful section, thanks. May I know what is the significance of copper pyramid versus plastic pyramid? will there be a wisdom sharing about crystals? We do the crystal sharing in further sections, not today, but madam is going to be tell the differences copper pyramid and plastic pyramid. Okay, madam.
I think copper pyramid, like the energy wise, but I don't see any, for me personally, I haven't experimented in that point of view. I use both of them interchangeably. I'm sure like last time when I went to India, I got these copper pyramids. I'm sure the copper definitely like helps, but one thing, like, if you're having young kids, I put duct tape around. It was like little pointy, like these are like really pointy and scratchy, so it was hard for people. But I don't exactly know the complete difference between both of them, because I use both of them the similar way. Maybe if anybody in the group knows more about it. Sorry.
Hem Manjunath garu is saying about, one second, madam, this is just message gone up. I personally feel that end goal is inner peace, staying calm and to feel self-joy. When we gradually start experiencing these, it means that meditation is having a slow but positive impact upon us, around us. Yes, that is the answer, I think, Jashvir garu, before you asked. Thank you, Manjuna.
Sorry, did you say something? I missed it.
Before you ask the question, so someone is answered that in the group. I personally feel that end goal is inner peace, staying calm and to feel self-joy. When we gradually start experiencing this, it means that meditation is having a slow but positive impact upon us, around us.
Yes, absolutely. And there's no way to assess our progress, right? Like, each one of us progress in a different way. And when we are using the word assess, it also brings us our analytical mind inside. Like, we don't want to be too analytical when we are doing meditation, because it's a no mind activity. So like Hema Garu brought up a very good point. Like, sometimes you don't know, the changes are very slow. You don't even realize until somebody says like, hey, you are doing this, you seem to be very happy and joyful, or you don't react to every situation, you respond rather. So those things you observe, and like people around you also observe, they happen slowly.
Last 2 minutes, if you have any questions, please go on. Otherwise, we'll close today's section. I hope no one has any questions. Thank you, Sridevi madam. Really, it was very wonderful meditation and very wonderful wisdom sharing. Really, we have to check our inner growth. That's more important. We will see, we will change everything, but we don't change ourselves. So it's very good presentation as well. Thank you very much. See you all, friends, tomorrow, by 9 at 9:15 tomorrow evening. Shubharatri.